Okay, cool. So, started the recording. I'm gonna go ahead and open up a bunch of random stuff. I'll try to get through it a little bit on the quicker side because I want to get into some Yakuza streaming. I've been streaming Yakuza Kiwami 3 on my channel, so uh, outside of this, welcome everybody who's watching. But yeah, I went to PAX. I got some cool stuff. I was just showing off a second ago. I got like video game normal merchandise, but it just has video game branding on it. So if anyone's familiar with Nice, they had some interesting choices for their merchandise, but that was really cool. I like their booth a lot. Guys can check out more about that on our channel soon. But yeah, I got a bunch of random stuff, so I guess I'll just start with this. I got a welcome deck for Flesh and Blood, and PAX is really big for video games, but it's also really big for TCG. So if there's a TCG game that you've heard of or you're interested in, or even just tabletop, like it's probably going to be represented. I've never played Flesh and Blood. I'm sure some of you guys maybe have heard of this or not, but this was like 2 seconds. I just talked to the guy and they gave me a welcome deck. So, I took it. I'll probably never get into this one, but it was cool that, they had freebies for folks. Obviously, if you want to find out more about Flesh and Blood, you could go to that link at the bottom, but I always appreciate the freebies, the free stuff. That's why I go to PAX. I just want free stuff. No, that's why I go to any convention. I just want free stuff. No, I'm kidding. I also like to play lots of random games, but yeah, so Flesh and Blood, if some of you are into it, great. Not. I guess I might as also show this off. For Chinese New Year, they had a special promo for the character that's from Double O, and I split this with my buddy Mr. Hasu. He just gave this to me like a couple weeks ago, so this is pretty neat. For Chinese New Year, they made a special promo card. It's basically just an EX base that you can use in the Gundam game, even if it's not in English. Like, you can just use this in a game. Most people don't really care. But it came in this sweet, like, Chinese New Year style envelope, which I really like. And the card was already open. Mr. Hasu went ahead and opened it for me, but that's why it's in a top loader. There's the actual card, and this thing is just fantastic. I'm probably not going to end up using this because I have other EX bases, and now they're saying that you can get the English version. I thought this was never going to come to the States, but you can now get the English version, but whatever. I at least have a copy of it in a foreign language, but I like having this part of my collection. So I was pretty stoked to get that. Again, this is just like beautiful artwork, and the packaging is pretty cool. Like, they didn't have to put it in this envelope, but the fact that they did was kind of nice. I hope that they can do some cool stuff like that for the U.S. territories soon too, with nice packaging or whatever. But Gundam is primarily a game that's going to be big in Japan, and it might just stay big in Japan. Not really getting out there. So I guess since I have a couple of other random things, but I guess since we have already started with Gundam, I'll keep that going. So I got two more starter decks for Iron Bloom and Clan Unity. That's ST06 and ST05. I'm not gonna go through these again because I'm pretty sure I did on a previous channel, but in a previous video, but I opened up the bonus pack so we could see what I got. I don't think I need anything from Iron Bloom, meaning the special LR legendary cards. I think for Clan Unity, though, it would be nice if I could get one of those cards, because I'm pretty sure I don't have the legendary, the nice legendary ones. But yeah, let's see what we got. We got, ooh, a very nice Fatal Strike. Funny enough, not the Fatal Strike that is super rare from a completely different set now, from GDO4. But nonetheless, that looks pretty dope. I don't even play purple, but I'm glad that I got that one. So I'll go ahead and put that in a sleeve for myself real quick. what I really like about the special versions, the C pluses that they do of some of these cards is just there's no like text box for it. The art almost seems like it pops out a little bit more, and then of course the textured. Some parts of it are like more hollow than other parts are still kind of flat, and the texture like just looks really nice. So that's a pretty good hit. Um, Actually, I should show off the other thing that I got a couple days ago, but let's take a look at Clan Unity. I can see I did not get one of the legendary ones. Okay, I got Machu, C+. Nothing crazy. I'll probably put that in the trades folder. I'll put that in the trades folder because I don't really play clan cards. I don't know any of the new Gundam stuff. I was hoping to get one of the legendaries, but hey, that's what happens when you open random packs. You get all sorts of random stuff. But what I wasn't expecting to get, and I'll show off right now, in addition to a couple other things, I have this mini binder that I take with me. And so at PAX, they had a Tiny Metal booth, and they had cards specifically for Tiny Metal 2, which I thought was great. So, you know, these are characters from the game. I didn't get every single one of the cards. I actually forgot what we had to do to get these, but I'm really stoked to have these part of my collection. This is from a card game I've never heard of, but I bought the mat because it looks really cool, so they gave me a promo. This is from Gem Blunders. You guys will definitely be hearing about this soon if you check out our Two Stupid Gamers channel. But the other day, I was just participating in a Gundam tournament, and things didn't go so well for me. And I hit... Oh, that's not it. That's the promo card. I hit this off of a participation pack. So basically, when you enter a tournament, they give you a pack for being a part of the tournament. And I got the C++ resource for, I think it's Gfred. Yeah, it says right there. It's Gfred. And that was pretty cool. It made up a little bit for the fact that I had a horrible tournament experience. I definitely like having this. This is the second copy I have now. So I'll probably eventually trade that out, but for the time being, that's gonna stay there. But now, if anyone watching this later on YouTube, you know, you guys are probably here because of what's in the thumbnail. But I got 2 copies of Destiny Ignition, which is the most recent starter deck that came out. This box is massive by comparison. So you could see that's ST09, and then this is ST05. This is the standard size right here for all of the starter decks. And then this one, you know, they just bumped up the size. This comes with, I think, 2 starter decks worth of cards. You get dice, and I think you get 2 promos for this. So this one is kind of a big deal. It just came out recently, so this is the first time I actually get a hold of this, though I have run into the cards already. But yeah, like this was kind of like next level for the Gundam game so far, because we haven't had a starter deck that was of this size yet. It's also more expensive, unfortunately, but yeah, you do get more cards. You're gonna get white cards, purple, and red as well. So instead of it just being a 2-color like the rest of the starter decks, this is a tri-color set, which is pretty cool. Again, I got 2 of them because like I don't understand why Bandai will make starter decks. They're impossible to get over here in the States, or get like plenty of them if you want. You're like at the mercy of scalpers. Bandai knows all of that, and they keep making starter decks that don't have a full set of every card in it. So with that in mind, I ended up getting 2 of them just to make sure that I can get all of the cards, and then I don't have to buy this again. Like I'm solid. So I'm gonna open one of them just to pull out the resource and also take out the dice too, because I now finally own a copy of official Gundam dice, which I've been waiting for a while. But I'll pull those, and then I'll open the other one, and we'll show off all the cards. This is, again, brand new. This just came out within the last couple of weeks, so I'm finally getting a chance to check this out. So why not actually go through all of the cards? There's the bonus pack, which kind of bent a little bit. So, whoops. You get your playing mat, nothing else in the box. And yeah, you get 2 bricks instead of just the 1. plus the dice. But from this one, I'm not really going to do much else with this. I'll open up the next set. You can see that one of the bricks is a little bit smaller. I'm guessing this is just resource cards or something. I don't know. We'll take a look here. But again, this deck is supposed to give you 3 different color profiles. So I'll put that to the side. We'll go ahead and open the last one. I'm going to open the dice now. It's been so hard to get official Gundam dice because all of the official sets that they make that have Gundam dice, they just get scalped. They get scalped to hell, and you can't get a copy of it. And if you do, you'd have to pay like hundreds of dollars. It's so annoying. But yeah, I finally have my own pair of these official Gundam dice. I've been waiting for this for a while. I am checking each of the sides though, because I saw on Reddit somebody posted that their set came with 2 4s on one of the dies, and it's like, oh man, I just want to make sure that I'm not getting I'm getting a bad batch. 3 4 2. Okay, I think we're good. 5. Okay. No error on this one, but that's cool. So yeah, finally got some dice, and I got 2 boxes, so in total I'm gonna run 12 dice. So I have enough to play with, and then also I just have like tons of extra now. I'm not crazy about the color. I really like the original gray ones that came with it, and I think there was a blue set that came with some pack of Gundam stuff. And at some point, I'll probably do a video for TSG because I do have a pre-order that should be arriving eventually for the Gundam Wing special set, premium set from P Bandai. So I will eventually have that. But that, like I said, that'll possibly... I was planning... I don't know if I still will, but I was planning on making that a whole TSG video of its own. And let me take these bricks out. So I'm seeing this for the first time. I've never... I mean, I've interacted with these cards. I've, like, played against them. But I haven't had them in, for myself just yet. It seems like a lot of people really like this set. It seems like, unlike some of the other sets, this one actually might stick around. I don't know. I wake up like every day and I check Reddit, and there's tons of posts talking about this set pretty much daily at this point. Sorry, I hate to call out Bandai for their quality control, but that's just... I need to make sure that that's fine. We got 2 promos, and these come with 1 card per pack. I was under the impression that you were going to get more promos, but I guess not. So let's start with this brick right here. Probably not be able to put this back. And what I do with these is when I'm finished, when I take what I want from the starter deck, I'm actually holding on to them on the side. It's become really obvious that you kind of want to do that with some of these starter decks because they just go away. They go out of print, and it's nice to just have the brick. I'm not like intending to sell it or something, but you know, it is nice to have. I love this EX base. I played against someone that used this, and that was pretty sweet. Interesting EX resource. Then we have our first LR, the Freedom Gundam. This is going to be obviously the white set of cards. So again, Bandai knows that these are really hard to get in the States, and they keep printing them with just 2 LRs. So you have to get a second set in order to get all four. The 4 is the max you could do for the game for any one card. So if you want to have the max, you're going to have to get a second starter deck, and that's just really annoying. They've also started reprinting a lot of these cards. So Overflowing Affection is from a previous set. It's actually from the very first set of the game that came out. And now they're reprinting them with different art. And it's a little odd to me. It looks like Buster was also... Yeah, it looks like Buster is also a reprint. Unforeseen is all of a reprint. Strike Gundam is definitely a reprint too. This is cool though, because I play Kira a lot, so I could definitely use this. I'm actually gonna put that to the side. I have a whole set of it now, so why not? And Archangel. Okay, so I'm realizing this is probably just going to be a whole set of reprints, like, for all of this stuff. So I'll hold on to this as one individual brick. I'm probably not going to be able to fit it back into this slot. No, I'm not. Okay. Okay, so this will be put away as its own brick later. Let's take a look at the second one. And this is going to have the purple and the red cards. Okay, so that's the main character from Seed Destiny. There we go. We got the focus. You get 4 copies of him. Zaku Warrior. I think this is new. Yeah, it's got to be new because Minerva Squad is like a new class. Blast. Okay, so all the purple looks like it's brand new. Ah, and this giant killing one. This card is crazy because you basically just kill anything with 4 or less AP on it. 4 or less AP, destroy it. Okay. Oh, that actually really hurt me this weekend. We got another LR for Impulse Gundam, and we have an LR for the Force Impulse, and it's going right into the red cards. It's going right into the red cards. Savior Gundam, very nice art, and that's it, I guess. Okay, so the Savior Gundam is the other one. I wonder if we're gonna get another Atherin. Battle of Aces. Oh, that looks really nice. 3 of them. Awakened Power. Choose one enemy card. There's level 5 or lower from your trash pay. Okay. Yeah, so a lot of these are actually just... These are just... A lot of this deck is just reprints. And it's kind of like... I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. For the money that you spend, I kind of wish that they wouldn't do something like this. Like, just reprint it. To me, it's like, give us new stuff. Give us stuff that we haven't had yet. So this one probably won't fit into the... back into the sleeve. Oh, we also didn't get tokens. They've stopped giving us tokens. I guess because you get dice. Bandai realized that most players just end up using that, so... yeah. So this is one brick. I'm gonna actually open the second one real quick just so I could pull out the... just so I could pull out the LRs, because I'll probably end up forgetting about it. So with this one, we have all our resources. Okay, 2 shiny freedoms. I already took Kira. There's nothing else I need from here. That's so weird. It won't pop out. Cool. So like I said, I have a box that holds all of my bricks from the starter decks, and this will go right into that. It's gonna be a little weirder to organize though because there's just so many cards in here. So we are waiting for the Impulse Gundam. Yeah, Impulse. And the Force Impulse. Man, that looks really nice. Plus the Savior. Okay. And that's everything. The rest of it is just the same cards. So I like this. I like having, I like having a deck that is... or I like having these bricks so that I can always refer back to this. I find myself doing that a lot. There. I find myself doing that a lot when I'm going back to, like, come up with another deck. So it's definitely useful. Just gonna stack these together. The LRs I keep in my... gonna keep in my binder. Like, it'd be kind of a waste to just leave these in the bricks. Plus, I always have this fear with the cards that you're gonna end up having them get stuck together. But yeah, there are your LRs. Freedom Gundam. I think this is the best looking one out of all. No, I'm sorry. The Force Impulse is definitely the best looking, without a doubt. Impulse is whatever. Savior Gundam also looks pretty cool as a card. And lastly, I'm gonna throw in Kira. I find this a little confusing because I don't get why Kira is here, but but also Atherin is in the same shot. Anyway, I'm going to put that to the side. Now let's open the last two Gundam things I have, I believe, and then we move on. Yeah. Obviously, with each of these packs, which each of these starter decks, like every starter deck that came before, you're also going to get a bonus pack. It says a bonus promo, so hopefully something nice. I think the one thing that bugs me about this set is they gave us like 4 of the legendaries. I see I did not get one. Blast Impulse C+. Okay. I'll put that in a nice sleeve. Probably gonna end up in the trade folder. I'm not terribly concerned with the cards in this series. I actually haven't even finished Destiny yet, so it had has such a weak start compared to where you leave off in Seed that I don't know, it just wasn't as interesting. All right, last promo pack, and another C+. What do we got? Damn it. This time we have a Shin. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Certainly not what I wanted. I'm trying to work on a collection of all of the LR pluses, but I don't think I'm going to buy another one of these sets. I feel like if Bandai increased the amount of cards that were for like that you could get as promos, in my opinion, I think they should have also given you 2 promo cards per set, especially since you're paying more for it. But yes, these are kind of like the things that we've gotten from all the promo cards today. No real winners here, but that's all the Gundam stuff. If I have any more, I'll certainly open it up. I'll probably also have on our, like I said, on our YouTube channel, me and my friend's YouTube channel, will upload at some point the premium set that comes out for specifically Gundam Wing. I don't know when I'm finally getting my copy, but it's already been out. So, but that's Gundam for now. We of course have other stuff. I just want to show off the G-Fred again. Yeah. So while I was at PAX, I got a couple of other things too. So there was this booth where I guess Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is the new crossover IP with Magic. So there was a booth where every morning I would go, and as long as I got there early enough, and you just basically answer some questions on a tablet. It takes like 2 seconds, and they give you a welcome deck for Magic. So let's open this and see what's inside. I also learned how to play Magic. I learned how to play 2 card games this year at PAX, and one of them was Magic. So for the first one, I ended up with the red welcome deck, which is interesting because I see both red and blue. I'm not sure how that works, but it was fun to learn. It was fun to learn to play Magic, and I'm glad that they give you free stuff for it too. This was one of the free things I got related to that. Man, Magic cards are so thin though. But yeah, we have all these blue-related islands, which again is confusing because this came in the red deck, so I'm not sure. Got one with a nice little jewel on the bottom. Some islands. A fugitive card. Another Quicksilver. I'm wondering if it's double-sided. No, it's not double-sided. So, don't shuffle. Oh, okay. Put this card face down and draw the top 7 cards. This is your starting hand. Once your opponent does the same, you're ready to begin. Okay, I see. And yeah, if anyone wants to learn Magic, there you go. This is literally a deck that teaches you to play. So the reason it says don't shuffle is because you're supposed to pull cards in a certain order. And then I guess when you scan this, it'll give you the the step-by-step instructions. That's really cool. I mean, I'm sure you could still use these cards, maybe. Possibly. I don't know. But just for anyone wondering, this is exactly how it was learning it at the booth too. You wait for another person that's eager to learn to show up. After they show up, the two of you are playing a deck that, again, same deal. It has to be pre-shuffled. So, you know, or it has to be not shuffled because it's prearranged to go a certain way. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I've noticed that things like this tend to like eventually go up in value. Oh, 1 second. I just noticed my cam went out. We should be good though. Okay, yeah, sorry. I just opened up the second half of that, but yeah, I noticed that like things you get from conventions that are related to cards have a tendency to go up in value. So it's not a bad idea to hold on to them either. It doesn't have to be that this turns into money like sometime later, but it's cool to just have something that eventually will also increase in value, but you have like a cool collector's item. So there's the red deck, and I'm guessing the blue deck is about the same. I don't think I need to open the... I don't think I actually need to open all the cards from the plastic, but we can open the box to see what's inside. Yeah. And by no means is this like me now getting into Magic. It's just cool. Okay, I see. So we have a water deck, and then we have this one, which I'm assuming is like light or sun or something. But yeah, I'm not like now gonna be huge into Magic or something. I'm still probably just gonna casually collect the cards that interest me. Maybe one day I'll learn to play and play again. But for the time being, I know how to play it. I understand basically how it works, and I probably just won't have time to do it. I definitely like Gundam better. The way that Gundam plays, I like it better. But yeah, Magic ain't so bad. Now, the other thing is that if you... okay, so if you did the tablet thing where you answer some questions, you get a free welcome deck. So that's pretty cool. And it takes about like 2 minutes. Now, if you sit down with another player and you learn, they gave you a free booster pack for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set that just came out. Like with some other TCGs, Magic is still doing lots of crossovers with other series. So TMNT is the newest one. And I thought, well, I definitely want to learn. And I definitely want to get free cards. So I sat down, I had a pre-scripted match with a stranger, and then, yeah, I got my free cards. So these are not like some kind of deck where you're not supposed to shuffle them. This is just a booster pack. You can use these in your deck, you know, if you already have one. And, oh, we got Leonardo. Not my favorite, but cool. Don and Leo, Problem Solvers, Putrid Pals, Hollow Foil, and then a Swamp card, and then a Robot. And these are, one of them is double-sided. So that's pretty cool. I'll probably just put these in my bulk pile. Maybe hold on to the cards I like. I'm not jumping in to buy more Magic cards for the time being because I feel like I buy them and then I don't do anything with them. So we got all that out of the way. Again, there's the sweet Gundam dice that I was showing off earlier. My buddy Zero also picked up I guess he was at an event or a card store, and he picked up a pack of Union Arena. So I'll just open that up real quick before we finish off here. That one didn't want to open. That's how you know it's the good ones. So Code Geass, I think this set has been out in America for probably like 6 or 7 months. I've actually stopped seeing it as much at the big box stores. I guess now if you want them, you got to order them off of TCG Player or something like that. So at this point, I've opened so many of these that all the bulk is just whatever. But yeah, let's see what we got towards the back. I see something nice and shiny. It is a Lancelot. Conquista, nothing big there, and Rolo. I'm pretty sure I have this one, but this is one of those cards that I'm always looking out for because I like the way it has its focus on the pilots or the characters. I forget what they're called in the Code Geass universe, but let's say it's just the pilots. The pilots, the focus on the pilots. You have obviously the hollow foil and the texture, and I just love the way that the text pops up for their name. So I think I already have this one, but cool nonetheless. Again, thank you to my buddy Zero for picking that pack up for me. Eventually, they're bringing over Inuyasha for Union Arena, and I am definitely gonna just like jump into that head first because they also are gonna have like autographed cards in there. I don't know if that's a first for Union Arena, but that's certainly really cool. They used to have autographed Inuyasha cards back in the day. So it's nice to see them try that again. And last but not least, I picked up a bunch of NASCAR stuff. So I have no idea what any of these are, but I got them for, as you could see, like $1, $2. There's some old cards, so very likely they'll probably be stuck together. But this is one of these value packs. I really like these because it's like a triple booster. And it's from the 2023 Donruss series. This is actually one where I pulled a 1 of 1 a long time ago, and it was from the same store but at a different location. So if I can get something nice from this again, basically anytime I see this, I'm just gonna buy it for good. But yeah, let's open this up. See what we got. And again, I really like the Donruss series, but I'm starting to feel like 25 was sort of a weak showing. These 2023 cards already look way better than the base ones. Okay, so this is the one that I got a 1 of 1 of. It's funny to see it again. Unfortunately, it's of a driver I don't care about. Matthew Benedetto, William Byron. We got a rookie card, so I'll just put that in my rookie folder. Corey LaJoy. Yeah, all of these guys. It's cool because some of these drivers are like still driving and stuff. That's not numbered. A little bit of dirt there, but it's okay because it's just Riley Herbst. So no one really cares about Riley Herbst. This is a Carolina Blue, I think. So let me check. No, there's no number on it. Would have been nice. It's cool though because it's Tony Stewart. Tyler Reddick, also that nice blue, not numbered. Brad Keselowski, I'm not really a fan. Okay, they do the flip thing again, which I don't like. Metal Masters, Chase Elliott. That is a pretty sweet card. Not a Chase Elliott fan, but that is a pretty sweet card nonetheless. I'll probably put that into my my nice folder there. Cards I like. Elite Series, Bubba Wallace, not numbered. Under the Lights, Haley Deegan. It is not numbered. I like the one truck. That's pretty cool. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Royalty. I don't know what that is. And a Race Kings, Brad K. Oh, cool. There's actually a backside to this. It's all checkered. See, I feel like outside of 2025, they did some really interesting stuff with Donruss. I'll hold on to that one. Not a Keselowski fan, but I do like Kyle Larson a bit. So let's see if this is numbered. It's not. It's damaged. Probably from sitting so long. But yeah, no number. No number on it. Still really nice. That's some kind of like Pulsar Carolina Blue or something. I don't know. And the Brad Keselowski card is not numbered, but yeah, I don't know. I like the optics. I like the optics and pretty much all of the other cards in the non-2025 Donruss set. I'm hoping with 26 they do something good. Do something a little bit better. All right, this I think is just playing cards. That's what it looks like. I don't know. I've never seen trading cards in a box like this. Anytime cards are in a box like this, they're generally just playing cards for like poker or solitaire or whatever. So, yeah, back in the day, there was way different companies that were running, that were doing stuff for. They're handling the TCG stuff for NASCAR. These are from 1992. Wow, these cards are really old. I guess this was just one of the companies. I guess it's called Max, and yeah, let's see what's inside here. Now it's all Panini, and I kind of wish it wasn't. A lot of the time, I'm like, damn, I kind of wish that it was a different company. It's cool that I get a box though. So we got Jeff Bodine, not numbered. Nemechek, I don't know which one that is, but I love the Texas Pete design. Joe Nemechek. I don't know who that is. I'm gonna try to remember who some of These guys are Glenn Jarrett. I didn't even know there was a Glenn Jarrett. Oh, that's great. That's a good one. That is a great NASCAR driver right there. I guess I'll put that here. Patterson, that's probably one of the commentators. Pat Patterson. That'd be Jeff Burton. Yeah, Jeff Burton. I don't know who Brooks is. Joe Gibbs there. Mark Martin. Yeah, these are pretty cool looking cards. They look like they have the same problem as a lot of other sports cards where they just use so much gold and so much foil on it that it makes you think, oh wow, these cards are actually worth something. But because they all have it, it ends up feeling so cheap. Lake Speed, Benny Parsons, Pit Reporter. I love hearing Benny Parsons in the announcer stuff. Dr. Jerry Punch, Chad Little. Old Jeff Gordon. Wow, look at Jeff Gordon. With his mullet and his mustache. That didn't last very long, but when he came into the sport, he kind of looked like that. Don't know who that is. Another Jeff Bodine. McCreary. I'm not sure who that is, but that looks like a much older series. That photo looks ancient by comparison. Ron McCreary. Oh, maybe he was from 92. Pemberton. Nice. Dale Jarrett. Glanville. Connell. I think a lot of these. Oh, sweet. I love other commentator that I liked. Also like to hear him in some of the old videos that you can watch. The replays you could watch of races. Bob Jenkins, who was one of my favorites. I think that's Jeff Sachs or Greg Sachs. And I'm not sure who this is. Kenny Wallace, not Rusty Wallace. Kenny Wallace. Okay, cool. So these are nice cards. I think the back will tell you who you can expect to get in here. And unfortunately, no Dale Earnhardt. No. Yeah, I don't see Dale Earnhardt on here. At the time, my favorite driver wasn't driving, but he could have still been featured as a commentator. But yeah, that's pretty neat. I guess I'll put him in the back of the box. I'm not sure if this is a complete set that you just get, and it's basically this is the set every time you buy one of these, or if they're actually random. It's giving you a checklist, so I'm assuming it's random, but I don't know. I wasn't into cards in 92, so what do I know? Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. And the last thing, jumping 2 years ahead, we have 1994 Finish Line Gold. I got these packs for like $1. We're about to find out how super premium these cards are. But in my experience, when you're opening sports cards that are this old, there is a good chance that they're just going to be completely ruined because they're stuck together from just sitting there for so long. You might find something you really like, and then unfortunately, it's stuck to another card. So to actually pull it out, you would have to destroy it and possibly, whatever neighbor card was there. So let's go ahead and open this up. I'm hoping that these aren't stuck together. Okay, 1994. Tough year for the sport in a couple of ways, but yeah, let's see. 18 finish. Okay, there it's not stuck together. That's nice. On the back, you get a lot of stats. 1995. So, all right, sports cards will start the series. You're buying it in 94, but these are for 95, I guess, because there's kind of like a delay. It kind of works like that now too. We got Mark Martin. We got Ken Schrader. I don't like that they do the flip thing. Lake Speed. Car number 27. That doesn't even have a driver name. Driver is Jimmy Spencer. That's weird. I guess it's focusing on the car, not the driver. Ted Musgrave. Another Dale Jarrett, but I think this one has him on it, whereas the last one didn't. And a 1994 Jeff Gordon card. I wouldn't imagine that this has much value to it. These are probably pretty readily available, but as like a piece of history, like a piece of memorabilia, I think that's neat. So I'm happy. I'm just surprised that these cards actually They didn't stick together. That's crazy to me. So one more pack and then we're done with this. I do hope that you guys enjoyed the video. For those watching on the stream, I'll continue the stream after the break. We'll do some more Yakuza. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff. I'll be back for more content. I'm going to try to do like a proper video for the Mash the Stampede channel very soon. I was kind of hoping that something would happen before PAX. It did not. I can't talk about it. But yeah, expect more content soon. So yeah, stick around on the channel. Got a Darryl Waltrip. Now we have Jimmy Spencer. Another Darryl Waltrip. I guess he was still big around this time. Robert Yates. Probably one of the best engine makers in NASCAR. One of the best engineer. I'm pretty sure that that family's name is still in the sport, specifically for making engines, because they just had such a great reputation. But yeah, Robert Yates, those Robert Yates engines in the 90s were certainly nothing to scoff at. Morgan Shepherd, Ricky Rudd. I believe this was Bill Burr's favorite NASCAR driver, if I remember the Monday morning podcast correctly. That's a very cool looking Richard Petty card. Even though you have all this dead space, it just kind of stands out from the other cards because of the framing. Another Morgan Shepherd, and last but not least, we have Lake Speed. So nothing else interesting. Honestly, I feel like for $1, I should have just bought the whole set. So yeah, there we go. That's all we got today for cards. I hope that was enjoyable for you guys. Again, we got some Gundam stuff, the new starter sets, some Magic, Union Arena, and we even threw in a bunch of random NASCAR cards. I don't like Brad Keselowski. Blech. But yeah, thank you guys.